What's going on, everybody? It's the Christmas season, so you know I had to come through with another list of more essential Christmas hip-hop albums, because hip-hop doesn't get enough love around the holidays, and we're going to change that. I made another list last year, so make sure you go check that one out too. It has some of the best that Christmas rap has to offer. I'll put a link up here and in the description for that. And before I get started, if you enjoy the video and want to see more content on the best that underground hip-hop has to offer, make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's year 2, which now makes it a tradition. Here's our good friend MF Doom. Take it away.
Welcome to the Andy Williams Christmas Special, and I'm your host, Andy Williams. Tonight's guest, Carrot Top, music from the Dead Marlon Brando Trio, and superhero Captain Planet. Now, on with the show.
I'm doing these in chronological order, so first up is 2006's A Colt 45 Christmas by Afroman. Afroman is a legend for a handful of comedic rap classics like Colt 45 and Because I Got High, so it's only right that he takes his talents to the Christmas season, giving us his hilarious spin on a bunch of Christmas classics. You have songs like Deck My Balls, which remixes Deck the Halls, Police Blow My Wad, which is his version of Feliz Navidad, Afroman is Coming to Town, where he takes the place of Santa, and Oh Chronic Tree, since you know that's the only Christmas tree that Afroman cares about. And this is the best version of what this album could be, too. It's simultaneously great Afroman songs that could go right with his other stuff, but also would fit right in at any adult holiday function, because it captures the Christmas spirit so effortlessly. But yeah, for obvious reasons, keep this away from the ears of youngsters, because this is some filthy stuff. This would be a perfect companion piece to the R-rated Christmas classic, Bad Santa, which brings us to our second entry on the list.
And we're back. And when we come back from being back, we have the Fat Santa Contest, featuring myself, the supervillain, against the real Santa in a pot-belly throwdown to the death.
Up next, we have a tribute to Bad Santa by Jim Jones and Skull Gang, starring Mike Epps. This project is great because not only does it give you more of that Dipset Christmas vibe that was covered on last year's list, but it also has Mike Epps interjecting some comedy after every couple tracks. This album gives us some New York Christmas street anthems, and there's nothing better than Christmas in New York, so it's a perfect fit. The intro expertly has the group rapping over a remix of Carol the Bells. The production on the album doesn't lean too much into the holiday spirit, but lyrically every song is about nothing but Christmas. Even when they're rapping about robbing people, they're doing it so they have enough money to buy Christmas presents for their kids. Their rendition of Jingle Bells and Merry Christmas are definitely the best songs here, and should be on everyone's Christmas playlist this year.
After the break, after this next break, I have readings from the Bible.
Up next, from the very same year, we go from the East Coast to the West Coast with Snoop Dogg's Christmas in the Doghouse. This is my favorite one that we've covered so far. It's got a great mix of soulful Christmas funk with some grimy, Grinchy G-funk. This isn't a Snoop Dogg solo album, but rather a Snoop and Friends project, where he's able to call a bunch of other talented artists to give their spin on the holidays. You have artists like Corrupt, Daz Dillinger, Nate Dogg, and many more. And they all do great and bring their own special thing. The wide array of artists makes this the most varied project on this list sonically. There is guaranteed to be something for you to enjoy in this album, whether it's the smooth XMAS on Soul, the head knocking just like XMAS, or the auto-tuned When Jesus Was Born. This has a little bit of everything. The best songs here are Landy and My Eggnog, where Superfly and Bad Luck drop a banger over a classic sample, and Look Out, which has Snoop, the Dog Pound, and Nate Dogg all reuniting for a song that can be played all year round. It's really an amazing gem.
Hey, don't hit that clicker. We'll be right back. Don't hit that, yo.
Next up, we stay out west for Planet Asia and Gold Chain Music's Every Day is Christmas. After I made my Christmas video last year, this was the one album that I regretted not including most. Planet Asia is one of the most consistent artists around, so you know this is quality. His lyrics never slip from the holiday themes, and they're recited with the ultimate coolness that you can expect from Planet Asia. And the songs are Christmas themed without feeling like it's a novelty project. The samples aren't from well-known Christmas songs, so it really carves its own path in the holiday hip-hop Hall of Fame. I've been to California for the Christmas season a few times over the years, and this album is what it feels like. It's dressed up as Christmas and has all the holiday imagery, but it's still 70 degrees, and there's something stopping it from truly feeling like Christmas. But hearing PA rap about reindeer and Christmas trees is totally worth it. Track 4, Eggnog and Hennessy, is one of the smoothest songs ever to me. Not even limited to just Christmas songs. It doesn't feel overly Christmassy, but somehow it's perfect for Christmas in California. And there's a blue feature on the title track, so you know that's going to be one of my favorite Christmas songs. Overall, this is such a solid project, and even if you're not into Christmas music and you're just an underground rap fan, definitely still check this one out.
We got an elf kicking contest coming up next. Gotta kick this shit out of one of these little, what? Next on Adult Swim. Go team.
Fast forwarding a couple years to Tyler the Creator's music inspired by Illumination and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. This is the most interesting project on this list musically. I feel like they gave Tyler free range to make music that had a general Grinchy vibe, and he just went with it. I love that it's all original songs and no rap versions of famous Christmas classics, because Tyler is making his own classics here. Lights On has these beautiful vocals from Santi Gold and Ryan Beatty, and feels like something I could hear right after Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time. It's only 6 songs long, but no moment of music is wasted. This was released between Flower Boy and Igor, so I feel like Tyler was experimenting with perfecting his abstract approach and style. And this project is clean too, so it's something you could play around the whole family, which I think is important for the holidays. Overall, just such a fun project, and truly a great and unique listen.
Ho, 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 ho.
Up next, a Christmas album by Amerigo Gazaway. The first and only instrumental album on the list this year. This is probably going to have the highest hit rate with your families over the holiday season. This thing is beautiful. It's jazzy and has this classy feel to it, flipping classic Christmas songs and giving them the boom bap treatment. The album feels like lighting up a Yule log and playing some Christmas classics. It just has that cozy and familiar feeling to it. It's the perfect blend of vocal samples that we all know and love, with sounds that are a new gift to the world. The Fire, A Christmas Carol is my favorite song on here, because it takes This Christmas, which is an all-time classic, and completely flips it into a brand new jam. But really, this whole album is great, and everyone should check it out this holiday season. Up next, we have Cookin's Soul's notorious b.i.g. remix album, Ready for Xmas, the Lo-Fi Edit. This is always one of the first records I play once the holiday season comes around. Cookin's Soul is so great at capturing the classic feel for Christmas music, while perfectly linking it up with these legendary MCs. He has a few of these, and I covered the MF Doom one last year, but this one is just as great. Biggie had some of the best production in the 90s, but something about Cookin' Soul's production really brings out this timeless feel to his raps. It feels like it could have been released in the 70s, the 90s, or today. The samples are so soulful, it's hard to imagine anyone not loving the sound of this thing. And even though these are some truly iconic Biggie verses, the songs don't feel like they're in the shadow of the originals, because the vibe is just overall so different. This would be a great double feature with any of those classic James Brown Christmas albums, and it even samples JB on Naughty or Nice. But the best song on here is Juicy Xmas, which blends arguably the best Big song, Juicy, with probably the best Christmas song, This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. This is one that I already know I'm going to be playing every year for the rest of my life, so definitely check it out.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not the villain, and not no danger mouse.
Up next, we have Huss Kingpin's Holiday Huss, XXXmas. Huss Kingpin is one of my favorite artists of the modern underground scene. He has the smoothest sound around, and this holiday tape is the perfect addition to his stacked catalog. With songs like Mrs. Jingle Bells, Eggnog, and The Grinch, you know it's gonna fit the vibe, but the lyrics don't stray too far from Huss's usual fare of winning and women. But there's a coldness to this tape that makes it perfect for late night drives in the holiday season. And since it's getting dark around 4:30 these days, that leaves plenty of time to bump this. I'm a humongous fan of Huss as a rapper, but I'd be lying if I said the best track on here wasn't the closing track, Merry XXXmas, which is a breathtaking instrumental that can be played on Christmas morning with the kids and grandma and the whole squad.
Squidbillies. Might see a little front button here and there on Adult Swim.
What is front butt?
Front butt! The front butt!
And now bringing it to this year, 2022, we have Gift Wrapping 5 by Passport Gift, Parks, Rashid Chappelle, and David Bars. Now Passport Gift and Parks, who you may know from the Joe Budden podcast, have been dropping a Christmas album together every year for a half decade now. So I could have included any of those projects on this list, but this is their most recent, the longest, and arguably their best yet, so I went with this one. This may just be the best rapping that appears anywhere on this list. The MCs have the attitude and technical prowess present throughout the modern underground, and they meet the Christmas spirit straight up. While some Christmas rap projects are presented with a self-aware wink at the listener, the MCs here treat this with the seriousness of any underground cypher today, and the production expertly delivers the holiday spirit in a way that feels completely modern and of the current sound. They really did a great job of upgrading Christmas hip-hop and bringing it to the modern day, pushing the small subgenre forward into new places that it hasn't been heard before. I hope they continue to put out gift wrapping projects every year, because this is some of the best that Christmas hip-hop has to offer.
Hey, the villain is here with Holiday Cheer on Adult Swim. And now, Family Guy.
And lastly, keeping it in 2022, we have Instrumentals from My Mama's Christmas Party by Toasty Digital. Contrary to what the title wants you to believe, this actually isn't a Christmas album, but a remix album featuring Christmas versions of some of the best rap songs of the modern day. It starts off with Kendrick Lamar spitting over Vince Guaraldi's Charlie Brown Christmas, so you know this is going to be special. It's always great hearing Kendrick rap over jazzier production, and this doesn't disappoint. The very next track teams up Baby Keem with Frank Sinatra. Toasty Digital really brings together some legendary duos here. You have Drake with In Sync, Cardi B with Perry Como, Ice Spice with Miley Cyrus, The Migos with Josh Groban, and Freddie Gibbs and Pusha T with a little help from Dr. Seuss. This is the perfect project to play when you're having a Christmas party with any rap fans. Guaranteed to have everyone asking where these mixes are from. I know Toasty Digital came out with a Kanye Christmas remix project last year, so hopefully he continues to make these every year, because this is really some fire. And that just about does it for this year. I hope you all have an amazing holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. I hope to have one more video coming out this year, but if I don't, then I just want to say thank you all for the support this year. I have some huge plans for 2023, so stay tuned, stay safe, and stay deaf. Merry Christmas.